Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. We got a quick update, guys. I wanted to drop it on a video because there's some cool stuff that PLARIUM are doing again. I know what you're saying. Twice in 1 week. Are you insane? Yes, I am. So it's going to be good for some people, not good for everybody, but I don't know, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So what's going on? Hey pals, this week we're going to be doing a bunch more events. This Thursday, so normally we drop summoning stuff on a Wednesday, on a Friday. It's going to be from Thursday, okay? So we know it in advance. This is quite unusual to know it this early. From this Thursday, there's going to be a 2x chance to pull Epics and Legendary Champions from Void Shards. Okay, that's not anything new. It's actually the rotation that we were expecting. So you're going to be getting double the chance from Voids to get yourself Epics or Legendary. So 16% chance for an Epic, 1% chance to get a Legendary. Okay. Are we going to have a ×10 button by then? No, of course not. Of course not. Which is a shocker. But we will be doing Void Shards probably this Sunday on stream. So that's going to be live for 96 hours. Yeah, so 4 days. 2x chance on Void Shards for 4 days. On Thursday, we're also planning to do a ×10 event. So basically you're going to have ×2 chance to pull Voids and then ×10 chance if you pull a Void, Legendary or Epic, to be one of these champions. And they're all Shadowkin. So they're really trying to push the Shadowkin. I guess we must be getting close to a Shadowkin Faction War crypt. Because they're definitely pushing a lot of Shadowkin over the last couple of weeks. So the first one who is up is the Void Support Champion, the Rare. Fanatic, honestly, I mean, for this faction, for the rares, he's not horrendous. But if I'm not talking about faction wars, there's no chance I'm building this champion. So what have we got? Big decreased defense here. If they're under a couple of debuffs already. That's not bad for like faction war bosses. Yeah, weak swords decreased defense if they're not under the debuffs. Single target, chance to transfer 2 random debuffs from him to the target. It's very situational. It's okay. It's okay. I can't say anything more than that. And then an A3 puts increased attack on your team for 2 turns and removes a random debuff. Again, it's okay. Increased attack for your team, nice, near enough. All of the Shadowkins are attack based, so yeah, that's okay for a damage boost. But other than that, you're not going to be using this guy a lot. Good base stats though for a rare, so he's okay. If you get him, I wouldn't invest a ton of time into him, but he's not terrible. Next one is cool. I did a guide on this guy recently. Genbo the Dishonored. Really cool anti-Skull Crown champion for the arena. Basically, it's got this passive here. Immune to decreased attack. Will ignore unkillable buffs when attacking with an increased attack buff himself. That's cool. He's also got buffs, extra turn, into a slamming AoE A2. Which, if booked, 100% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs by a turn, and that can't be resisted, so no accuracy required to do that, which is really nice as well. And then he's got a chance here to still increase attack buffs as well. Very cool champion, actually, this one. He's also got a good speed aura for arena. Does a lot of work, does a lot of damage. Specifically an arena champion, I'd say. I wouldn't, I mean, obviously for faction wars, yes, fine, but outside of those 2 areas, I don't see him getting used a ton. But for the arena, really good kind of niche champion. Also very cool against Swift parry gear. So not just Skull Crowns, anyone who makes himself unkillable, Gembo gets the job done. So actually a really cool one to grab. Next one on the list is Oboro. Oboro. I mean, she's just, I just want to see what she's looking at. I can't see her face. Oboro, she's got this kind of situational AoE drop defense on an A1. It's okay. So will attack all enemies instead of 1 if there's 4 or more debuffs. So it's pretty situational. To get 4 debuffs on people is kind of hard. But if you do, she's going to do an AoE instead. Got a double hitter here. Second hit, chance of transferring debuffs from her to the target. Kind of like what we just saw with Fanatic. And then self-buffing here. Again, it's okay. It's okay. I don't feel like Oboro is a great Void Epic. I think she's okay. Okay at best. Her A1 AoE actually hits kind of decent, but I wouldn't go out my way to be getting shards for her. So far, Genbo is certainly the winner. And then we've got Riho, Bone Spear. Kind of funky champion and pretty cool in certain situations. So again, cool passive. When receiving any debuffs, instantly transfers them from herself to the attacker. Okay? Will not transfer debuffs that cannot be removed. So this is actually really cool. So if you get someone trying to stun you, instead of stunning her, she's going to stun them. If you get someone trying to poison you, she's throwing it straight back. So actually, in a lot of situations, this is really cool. It is on a 3-turn cooldown, so you've got to bear that in mind. But for like an arena, go second team, she could be one of the best, actually, of absorbing the debuff and then just slamming it straight back on someone else. Pretty cool. She's got a cleanse as well, plus a block debuff for your team. Love it. And a ton of stuns on her A2s. Like, what do you want me to land? Okay, I'll land it all. So pretty cool A2 as well. So really good Void Legendary Champion. I wouldn't say like top draw, not top tier, but one of the best go second champions in the game for arena. And generally solid champion. So that's going to be in conjunction with ×2 chance to get Void champions for the first, just for Thursday, I think. Thursday and Friday. So the thing with this is, if you've got a 2x chance to get legendaries and then a 10x chance to get Riho Bone Spear, there is going to be a ton of this champion being pulled. Like a ton. Because the 10 times when you've got such a small pool of champions like Void Legendaries, she becomes almost like she's just coming around that rotation very, very quickly. So if you're desperate for this champion, it's going to be a great chance to get her for the first 2 days. Okay, that's not it. For the rest of the time, so no, not for the rest of the time, just on Sunday, we're also planning to launch a guaranteed champion event. You know the rules, but I'll throw them just in case. Basically, if you pull 15 Void Shards, you will be guaranteed an epic. Now, the epic's actually freaking good. Like, super good. Ursula the Mourner. Really, really solid epic. I don't know what you guys think, because so far we've only seen this with legendary champions, and the number of shards you have to pull have been obscene. Like 15 sacreds, 150 ancients, like obscene numbers. 15 voids is still kind of a lot, but if you've been saving for a 2x, it's possible you've got 15 voids. On my main account, this is my free to play here. On my main account, I've probably got 15 voids, and I haven't been buying packs for voids. So, you know, for most people that are playing the game, for most people that have got themselves into like nightmare level clan boss and can get the max chest, 15 void shards every 6 weeks, which is how often they do the 2x, is pretty damn possible. So 15 void shards for Ursula. What do we think then? Ursula, I'm going to do a champion guide for Ursula within the next 2 or 3 days. I've not done it yet. It's one I wanted to do anyway. So 40% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. Goes up to 55 on an A1. It's okay. It's an okay A1. It's not by a lot. I mean, 10% turn meter is kind of like that. Is that all we've got? Honestly, it's not the best, but it's not terrible either. But that's not what she's all about. We've got an AoE drop attack and increase attack for your allies for 2 turns. So you're reducing the damage coming at you. You're increasing your damage for any attack-based champions. Nice ability. 100% if you book her out. I mean, she does love a book. Not too crazy. 3, 8. That's pretty crazy, actually. She does love a book. She loves a read. But a main ability, this is what she's all about. And this ability is super cool. So it revives all dead allies with 75% HP. That's a load. That's an absolute ton of HP. 50% turn meter is decent and puts increased defense and strengthen on all allies for 3 turns. 5-turn cooldown. You can actually do the strengthen and increased defense even if you don't need to resurrect people, which is unusual and pretty cool as well. So increased defense and strengthen, 2 of the best debuffs in the best buffs in the game, and probably up there as one of the best revive abilities in the game. Like even Duchess's revive is not as good as this revive. Like if we compare it, one of the champions that is most used because of her revive ability revives all allies with 70% HP, no extra turn meter, and she puts a heal and a veil on. This is not as strong as Ursula's revive ability. Yeah, Duchess does a load of other stuff, which is super cool. But Ursula is up there as one of the best revive champions in the game. She's also got a speed in Doom Tower aura. Great for arena defense teams. Great for this faction, Faction Wars. Any sort of carry in any dungeon if you're struggling to get through the content. Yeah, basically, she could kind of come in anywhere where you've got wave-based content or sort of standard boss fight. She'll come in and do some work for you. So, super good champ. And that's going to be for 15 Void Shards. So, for me, I'm saying, good job, PLARIUM. That's another good event this week. We've already been seeing good events this week. That's another good one. So, good effort. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I will do a follow-up in terms of guides and that type of stuff on these champions that I think are relevant. Certainly Ursula. But, yeah, let me know in a comment below. What do you think? 15 voids, how achievable is that for you based on what you've got in your inventory? I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.